Arsenal started the new year with a win against Brentford, defeating them 3-1. It was a decent display of performance, but an excellent result when it comes to taking 3 points and putting some pressure back on Liverpool. With the key players like Bukayo Saka and Havertz missing in the game, who have scored the most goals for Arsenal in the last year, and an away trip to Brentford, where Arsenal's away performance this season has not been great, and Brentford's home run has been pretty much excellent. Collecting all the 3 points was all Arsenal needed to do, and they did that. So let's break down the game and see how it went. Arsenal started the game on the front foot, where they were able to control most of the game in the starting 10 minutes. And this was something that was interesting to see, as Arsenal have not been able to do at least in the away games. But it was something that was surprising, maybe a new year bonus that Arsenal have got. So they did control most of the games, and it was Arsenal who were asking most of the questions. However, in the 12th minute of the game, Arsenal win the ball back, and our skipper, our El Capitano, misplaces a pass, and that gives a chance for Brentford to attack, and that's where Mbeumo scores the first goal for Arsenal. If you see here, Odegaard gets the ball back. He tries to place it to Merino, but it is quickly intercepted by the player from Brentford, and he launches a counter attack. And this is where the goal comes from. I personally feel that he could have maybe given the ball back or maybe lobbed the ball above to the winger like Martinelli, but he tries to go for the soft pass and tries to reach Merino, but it intercepted. But I think it's totally Odegaard's fault here in terms of misplacing the pass. This is where Mbeumo scores the goal for Brentford, and there are a couple of things that go wrong here. Calafiori, he knows that Mbeumo will try to cut in, so he should have shown him the way to make sure that he is always on his right foot. But it doesn't do that. Mbeumo cuts in, and the moment he cuts in, David Raya thinks that he's going for the far side, but he doesn't do that. He plays an intelligent ball. The ball doesn't have much power, but the placement is accurate, and it beats David Raya at the near post, and Brentford lead in the 13th minute of the game. I personally felt that Calafiori should have done better, making sure that he is not able to cut back and cut in, but he's able to do that. And David Raya, maybe he could have done a bit better with the positioning that he had. In the 28th minute of the game, David Raya makes a howler where it could have ended the chance for the game and any chance for the title as well. But from making that howler to making an outstanding save to stop the goal from going at the back of the net, he changes the game around. And comes from a shot from the Brentford player where David Raya tries to parry it, but while parrying it, it then directly starts going towards its own goal, and he has to make a full stretch dive in order to make sure that the ball is kept out. And the goal line technology comes to the rescue of Arsenal. And from the same play, Arsenal launch a counter where they try to move the ball as quickly as possible. The ball is moved around a couple of players where finally it gets to Partey. And Partey drives in a beautiful shot where the keeper parries it again. But Gabriel Jesus' reaction, I have to say it here, it's a proper striker's reaction where he quickly reacts to the ball and he gets there first before any Brentford defender can reach it. And he heads the ball in, giving the Arsenal the equalizer in the 29th minute of the game, and this makes the scores level. Arsenal start the second half pretty much on this front foot again, where they start asking questions initially and they get their breakthrough in the 50th minute of the game, where the set piece FC strikes again. And this is a bit of a jammy goal where it goes through a couple of players, the ball gets deflected and finally reaches Mikel Merino, where he slashes the ball home and gives Arsenal the lead in the 50th minute of the game. And in just 3 minutes later, Martinelli drives in a shot that was very well executed. I was really impressed by the shot. He hits it from the far side and he hits it cleanly. It totally goes through the player and the keeper doesn't have any chance to stop the goal. And that gives Arsenal the lead in the 53 minute of the game, making sure that it is 3-1. And the game was pretty much done at this point, but I was really impressed by the strike of Martinelli because I have been a critic of Martinelli where he has not been pulling up any trees for Arsenal. He cannot take a man on a single take on, he cannot perform. There were more take ons that was performed for a 17-year-old Nanweri, where he took on more players than Martinelli did in the previous games that he has played. But it was an excellent goal, I have to give him. With 2 goals under 3 minutes, Arsenal were pretty much cruising at this point, with the game already being done and dusted. It was just for Arsenal to make sure that they keep the game compact and play their way and not let Brentford come back into the game. Gabriel Jesus has been reborn in December, especially during Christmas, and that makes total sense because now he has 6 goals in his last 4 games, and Gabriel Jesus has never lost a Premier League game in which he has scored. He has scored in 62 matches where he has had 0 defeats. I really need to talk about this guy, Nanweri. He was impressive for Arsenal. A 17-year-old getting his first Premier League debut for Arsenal, and he started on the right flank where Saka used to start. And for the first time, I felt that Arsenal were clicking on the right side, even though Bukayo Saka was not there. And Odegaard and Nanweri connection was something that was a delight to watch. We have tried Gabriel Jesus there, Martinelli there, and Trossard there, but never that I have felt that relief where I saw Anveri play. And he was excellent. He was all over the pitch. He was trying to make the moves. He took on more successful take-ons than Martinelli has done in the Premier League campaign this year. He was excellent. He had some skills show as well, where he tried to dribble past a couple of players, tried to nutmeg one of the players, and it was he was really impressive and really flourishing in that right hand side. And I'm happy that we have him clicking because we need him because Bukayo Saka will not be there for a couple of months and we need somebody to take that responsibility. I know this is a big ask for Nanweri, but I hope he steps up and delivers. Gabriel Jesus got the man of the match, but I think Thomas Partey was excellent. I think Nanweri was a contender for the man of the match as well. But I think like that overall the team played pretty well in terms of their defensive duties. There were a couple of errors in the first half which led to the goal, but apart from that, Arsenal were pretty much confident. With Timber taking a yellow card, he's not available for the next game. William Saliba and Gabriel Margulies, I think they were excellent. Calafiori, I think he could be blamed for the initial goal, but I think that's okay. Odegaard, again, he's at fault for the first goal that Brentford scores, but apart from that, he pretty much ran the show. Thomas Partey was excellent in place of Declan Rice. Mikel Merino, I think he got a goal, and I think it would have given him some confidence because he needs to start delivering as well. Anveri, I think he was excellent. Gabriel Jesus, I think he was excellent as well and rewarded with the man of the match. And Martinelli, he got his goal, but again, I need to see more from Martinelli. I need more take ons, more dribbling. He's not able to take on players, and that is something the first thing maybe a winger should be able to do in terms of possession. After the third goal that Arsenal scored, it was Brentford who were having most of the possession and taking control of the game. But they were not creating any chances that threaten Arsenal, but still having more of the ball. And in terms of the final position, it is 50 to 50. Their XG was 0.29 to Arsenal 1.95. Big chances, Arsenal created 2 to their nil. Total shots 5 is to 4. Goalkeeper saves, it is 1 is to 1. Corner kicks 4 is to 3. Fouls 6 is to 8. Passes, it was pretty much even again, 479 to Arsenal 467. Tackles 10 is to 16. Free kick 8 is to 6. And yellow card 1 is to 2. Now, Mikel Arteta did answer some of the questions that all the Arsenal fans want to know. He said on Anveri, Ethan is making his debut at 17 at this stadium. He was really good. In training, he gives us all the right reasons to play him. If we signed a player from any country, he would be playing. He's an academy player and he'd play because he deserves it. And I think he was excellent in that game. On the transfer window, he said at the moment, it is to keep looking after our players, keep getting the best out of them. Let's see if there's an opportunity. Let's look at it. But at the moment, the focus is on the players and they are really good. But I personally feel that they need a striker and an attacker as well. On the form, he said in depends on the game on if we score or not. That's narrative. I really like my players. I really value what we have because it's a lot of quality. And I definitely agree Arsenal do have a lot of quality, but not quality in depth, not quality when it comes to striking and maybe attacking abilities as well. So I think this is where Arsenal should really go into the transfer market and get somebody of that quality. With that, the video is then and there. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about Gabriel Jesus' performance and especially Ethan's performance? Do you think he should be able to cover up on the right side since Saka would be not there for the next 2 months? And let me know your general thoughts on the game. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.